Rogue Maxa earned her name simply by being born.
Any time that I envision her like not following directions or being in trouble, I can just hold it over her head for the rest of her life, I think.
With a due date next Saturday, Ben and Dexy Maxa were not expecting they'd be heading to the hospital Saturday morning.
So I woke Ben up at about 5:30 and I was like, I think I'm in labor. And he's like, okay.
The nearest hospital to the Max's home in Big Fork is Grand Itasca Hospital in Grand Rapids. So the two hopped in their minivan and started off on the 40-mile trip.
And Ben's like, try not to push, try not to push. And I'm like, you have to call 911. And he's like, what? And I'm just screaming and he couldn't understand me.
And at one point she had told me to stop. I said, there's no way we're stopping. You know, we're 4 miles out of town. And she said, no, stop, we're having a child right here.
So Ben pulled over the minivan to the side of Highway 38 just outside of Grand Rapids, opened the sliding door, and delivered their daughter himself.
So I was on the phone with 911, holding my phone on my shoulder and trying to deliver a child with one hand.
To complicate things further, Ben was only born with one hand, but he says that didn't impede the birth.
I don't know what it's like having two. You know, I ask people, like, how do you operate both of those?
And after only a minute, the Maxes had a 6-pound, 10-ounce addition to the family. The shock was so much it took Ben a few moments to realize how cold it was.
We both were in shock for about 15, 20 seconds, and it was 28 below zero. And I was standing on the highway holding a freshly newborn child.
Ben wrapped Rogue in a blanket and an ambulance arrived only a few minutes later. Hospital staff say even in rural Minnesota, where some people have to drive 60 miles to get to their birthing center, Rogue's story is one of a kind.
This is a very rare experience. It's very unique to Grand Itasca. It's never happened before in the time that I've been here.
A one-of-a-kind story for what promises to be a one-of-a-kind girl. In Grand Rapids, Josh Shooter, KBGR 6.